A bright good morning, fellow YouTubers, reloaders, firearms enthusiasts, hobbyists, old tool restorations, slash antiquing, slash whatever else I can think of. Today is actually gunnage related. And I thought it would be easier just to show pictures than try and fit a long rifle in a small frame. But as you know, the Lupo is in the house, which then means, and as Murphy's Law would have it, I had these rings left over from a long time ago, and they're 1 inch, and everything of size that I'm interested in is 30, is it 30 millimeter, I think? Yes. Anyway, this is the Lupo. It is Benelli's first attempt at a hunting rifle, bolt-action hunting rifle. And it's got some pretty cool features that I'll show in detail. Obviously, the scope does not come with it, but everything else does. And some of the things that drew me to it were it's magazine fed, and the way the magazine sits is really cool. It's, you know, obviously well thought out. Length of pull can be adjusted on both ends, as you can see at the back end of the stock, as well as where the stock meets the receiver. And it was just a really cool looking rifle. And I stumbled on it by mistake, and as soon as I worked the bolt, I was like, I like this. I like this. So added that to the stable. And the only thing I've done to it to date is where you'll see secondary swivel stud point pre-drilled. So not only is it pre-drilled, but it's capped. It's a very nicely done cap and drill. And I put a swing stud point in so that I could mount a Harris bipod. I'm a fan of the Harris bipod. But anyway, this video, if I can, God, I haven't even started having tea yet. Jitters! Sunday morning jitters! This video is about this. And as you can tell, this is a Viper PST. It's a Vortex scope. And found somebody online that was had gotten rid of their pew pew and was looking to get rid of their scope. And I was looking for a scope, and I didn't want to pay a fortune for a scope. So I was looking for something that would give me what I need without having to pay a fortune. I'm a fan of the Vortex line as well as the Viper, and I know what this costs brand new. So this is a PST model 43-127, 6x24 for magnification, 50 millimeter first focal plane with an EBR-2C a minute of angle reticle. And the gentleman selling it, and I will not in general buy used, and you know what, I don't even know if these come with it. I can't ever remember getting Vortex scopes with the clear lens. So maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Don't remember. Honestly, don't remember. But he said he had it mounted, and he had it on a 6.5 Creedmoor as well. And he said he only shot a handful of shots, which may be true, maybe not, who knows. Looks like it's got all the goodies, shims, little badge, a little wrench, and yeah, methinks because this is on here like that actually I don't know. But anyway, so he had the loophole, same as what I've got here, identical, only these are in 30 millimeter. And I'm hoping that based on how far this is apart, I don't have to adjust this because I'm sure that there will be a ring mount, which it's part of the game, buying used. But I don't normally buy used glass. And that's usually because whoever you're buying it from isn't local. And this guy was local enough that we met up, and I looked in the glass, checked it out before the purchase. And again, you know, pictures hide and I'm not saying anybody was being deceptive, he had great pictures. But when you look at the fact that there's not a mark anywhere that I could tell from the pictures or in person and then looking through the glass, I was reasonably confident that this would be okay. Never used or mounted the lens hood. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's ever been unwrapped. I'm not sure why he included the worn scope ring package, because there are no worn scope rings in the box. There's just the loophole that are already mounted to the scope. And again, let's see, from a manual perspective, I don't believe that the lens, so obviously this would be a couple of bucks, not huge money, but when you look at, and there's the shims, yeah, 30 millimeter rings, naturally mine are 1 inch, but it doesn't matter because these were included. Shims, so nothing out of the ordinary from the manual point of view. And then from the reticle, the lighted reticle, which was kind of cool. And again, being first focal plane, little higher end, and nothing out of the ordinary. So good stuff. So I'm gonna say these look like, no, they have the Vortex. They might have been included, don't know. If they were, great. If they weren't, even better. It's always great to get more goodies than you have to go out and pay for. So when you add all this up and then what I paid, I'm a happy camper. Fraction, probably 30 cents on the dollar-ish. Again, depending on where you buy things, what you pay for, you know, MSRP or discount online, shipping, the rings, what else? Shipping, the rings, tax, you know, all that good stuff adds up. It was an expensive scope when it was new, but it is not new. And I would not have bought this online used, because I don't believe in buying used optics online, simply because I cannot inspect in person and see, oh, scratch, chip, ding, dent, you know, oh, it doesn't work, or it doesn't feel like it should, or it doesn't operate, or it doesn't twist, or it's tight, you know, whatever. There's always something when you buy used that just comes with the, you know, look at all the saws I've been dealing with, or all the old equipment I've been restoring, and that just comes with the territory. Used stuff comes with scratches, dings, dents, whatever, and I'm a little finicky on my glass or on my optics, so this was cool. So this was a key buy. So I don't know if I'll make this a single video or end up putting it on the Lupo and making it 2 separate videos, or 1 longer video. In fact, my 1 longer video that's uploading today is just because it was too long over a couple of, I think I made it over a 2-week period. And when I actually figured out how long it was when everything was pasted together, it was really, really long. So I ended up chopping it in a couple of parts to make it a little more digestible online. So may do that if I can figure out what I'm doing. May do that here, may not. We'll see what happens. But this was a nice find. So happy camper. Everything is done and or ready for reloading. I have all my components, so we are ready to make some 6.5 Creedmoor and take this out to the range. Benelli Lupo. More to come. Good evening, YouTubers. Just getting back from a Sunday, late Sunday afternoon, early evening stroll in this beautiful weather that we're having today, blue skies. And I thought, well, I started the day off making a video. Why not end the day making a video? I don't know. I'm guessing this will get posted before this video, but well, this will be part 2. So this is the stud that I was talking about. sling stud that mounted very nicely, screwed in very nicely because of the already drilled and capped area. So you just peel the little cap off and it shows that recessed area. It's too bad they didn't do something, I don't know what this is for, unless another kind of through the polymer stud mount, different kind of stud mount. But I use this stud mount for my Harris bipods, and on Harris bipods I can't remember who made this little swivel thing, because I don't like whatever came on the Harris bipod. So this was an upgrade that I've done years ago. But I will mount this to here because I don't think you need to see that, and then we will unbox this and see how easily it fits in between the picatinny mounts on the rifle. Couldn't get that out. Time for some tea. Alright, so we have now a tripod mounted Lupo, and the spread between both, well, let's twist this around so you can see what I'm talking about. The spread between these two picatinny is, and the reason I'm moving the camera back to where it was, is 5.5. And I want to say center on center was roughly, oh, and there goes the camera, as it wants to slide forward. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I want to say it was roughly 10 centimeters, so we are going to have to do some adjusting. Yes. Not unexpected. Not unexpected. Get that out the way. Out the way. Out of the way. And actually, oh boy, that's close. That is really, really close. I'm going to see if I can get away with mounting that, because if I, oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We are going to, and the reason I'm going to mount it like that is because it looks like I've got really nice eye relief. Let me shut up and tighten these before something falls. Let me, oh, that's some lucky fanucky. I'll tighten it just enough so you can see what I'm talking about. And avoid anything from falling off. And this would qualify as my most easiest and fastest scope mount project ever. All right, let me move this into frame a little bit. So as you can see, or maybe not, the picatinny has 3 slots, and this ring mounted into the last of the third. This has 3 slots, and it mounted into the first of the third. So we got some glare going on here. So I am going to snug these down, not viciously torque. And then at another point, I will check eye relief, because I was thinking this was going to be a much more involved. I like to do that. I don't know why. I don't know if it should be in front of or after the turret, but I do it. Whatever. So we're going to call that done. I'm liking where the eye relief is, and again, I will take this probably in the house when all the shades are drawn so the neighbors don't see and freak out, and then I will check the eye relief to see how that feels in terms of cheek rest to eye relief. And we've got about that much clearance, so these are medium rings, so non-issue whatsoever. And that's a 50 millimeter lens, or 50 millimeter, what's that section called? Whatever this end of the scope is called. You'll have to forgive my lack of nomenclature. Diopter, I think, is this side. Objective, I can't remember. In any case, this is 50 millimeter, and we have at least a 1/4 inch. So these, I wouldn't even be surprised if we could go low rings, but we're not going to worry about it. But I'm going to call that good in terms of, you know, ideally it would be centered on each one of these. Could I do that? Yes, I could, but that means I'm loosening this, and there might be some what I'll call scope ring crimping, and I'm not going to worry about that because it's not a big enough deal. But that is cool. So we're done. Okay, I won't say done because we weren't quite done. So yesterday was range day with our 6.5 Creedmoor and sighting. And as this picture that I'm showing right now, these were the dots to the right and left, and actually it's this one. This was the red dot, my last shot with my last round. So it was a great way to end the day in terms of sighting. You can't even see, it's not in frame. Sighting, and that last slightly bigger. This is the same size as these red dots, but this is the one. So in reference to a thumb, what is that? An inch? Let me get the tape measure or the ruler. So that, yeah, that's an inch. So an inch at 100 yards, and we were on target. So that was a beautiful scope and 0 day. So now we're done.